So you kind of just said something that came up in a conversation last week with Embo, which maybe one day we could get him on a little podcast with us here. But it's like, he was talking about in a lot of these NFL rooms now, it went from exactly that, where they would look for loyalty and dedication and like perseverance through maybe a difficult season. They turned it around and had a winning season the next time around, and then that player did that much better. But they're saying now, you're looking at it, and some of these NFL draft picks have gone to three or four different schools at this point in time.
Yeah.
So it's like, what coach do you even call to reference them, let alone, that loyalty is a big question mark when you got four programs in the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how do NFL teams now start going off of that character when these coaches really don't know those players outside of, hey, we paid them more to come for X amount of time. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
that's true.
crazy looking at that perspective.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys heard about the NCAA is going to be lifting or is looking at lifting about 100. I think it was like 156 of their rules, so schools can start paying um, athletes directly instead of having to go through like these funds and different third party sources to get these NIL deals funded. Now, with I think that might be a good thing, because then schools kind of have a little bit more can take more onus upon themselves to keep those type of players at their schools instead of having to rely on these funds being funded so that they can actually compete with other schools. But I don't know. I don't know the whole NCAA rule book, but I don't know if that will allow them to kind of. I think what you're touching on, Frank, sign people to like contracts instead of just like you can just hop around based on who's throwing more money at you. Like now that these rules have been bended or not bended, but removed. Now we can just say, hey, here's a 2 year. I feel like it's going to lead to basically NFL the college sports basically becoming pro sports essentially. Like you're bringing this player in, you're basically signing them to contracts instead of them being here on scholarship and like, well, they're on scholarship, but then just being here on a scholarship like we were, like how we were when we were back in college, and that's all we had, and we got our little stipend, and that was it. Now players are on scholarship. Now, also in addition, they're signing these multi-year deals so that they can stay. So the school can maybe lock them in for X amount of years and not worry about them leaving for at least for another school.
Man, I think at this point they should honestly just get rid of scholarships altogether.
No,
And
might as well.
let these players are getting paid. I saw that. So the quarterback who was at UCLA for literally 10 practices, Joey Aguilar, the quarterback from Appalachian State, he got paid $200,000 for those
Yeah,
10
I saw
practices.
that. That's crazy.
Like, yeah. So let's scrap the whole like Scully talk and all that. Like, these guys are getting paid now, man.